everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Andrea and we are going to do a 20-minute hip opening class. This is a great class to have a block handy. If you have one, we're going to use it for some of the stretches. And it's optional, you don't need it if you don't want to use it. So starting in an easy cross-legged position, placing your hands on your thighs, close your eyes, let your shoulders relax. Start to become engaged in the pose. So low abdominals scooping in and up. Let your ribs hug into your spine. Let your shoulders relax down your back. So you don't need to be pulling them down, but just let the shoulders relax. Reach the crown of the head toward the sky. Starting to become engaged even in this easy seated position. On an inhale, take your arms to the sky. Take the gaze up towards the hands. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, right arm up and over, coming into a side stretch. Let your left shoulder relax away from your ear. Peel your right shoulder back. Maybe take your gaze up to the ceiling underneath that right arm. And then send breath into your right side body. From here, bring right hand down to the mat. Bring it just in front of your right knee. Come high onto your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist so that the shoulders are squared to the knee and take it into a bit of a forward fold. So starting to open up the left side of the back. Let the shoulders spread across the back. Begin to crawl the hands to center. Make your way onto your forearms. So starting to open up the hips. Continue to sink the sit bones into the mat here. So you might actually want to come flat onto your hands in this posture and use your hands to sort of push yourself back. So you're really grounding. With each exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, head coming up last. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Link the hands, interlace the fingers, spin the palms up, let the chin fall to the chest, start to open up the shoulders. Without snapping the arms, let go of the fingers, bring both hands to the mat. Switch the cross of the legs to the awkward cross. It's going to feel a little weird. Yoga makes you be okay with change. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over, side stretch. Again, peel your left shoulder back. Take your gaze up to the sky. Let your right shoulder fall away from your ear. Keep both sit bones completely grounded here. So it's easy to come into this pose and kind of like lift up, right? So really work on grounding through that left sit bone. Bring your left hand down to the mat, right in front of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist your body so that your shoulders are parallel to the knee and then start to forward fold. Let your elbows come out to the side and create a lot of space here. So let the arms be wide and big. Begin to crawl your hands to center. Make your way onto your forearms. Again, sinking the sit bones into the mat. Send the breath into the hips. Maybe start to crawl the hands out, stretching the arms out. And if you just don't feel this stretch and you're like, this isn't opening my hips, I'm way more open than this. You can bring the foot that's in front, just scoot it forward a little bit so it's in front of the leg, and then come back to the stretch. So in other words, just kind of like lining up the shins with each other. It'll allow you to get into the hips a little bit deeper. Start to crawl your hands back. Cross your legs, make your way to hands and knees, tabletop. Wrists directly underneath shoulders, knees directly under hips. Spin your biceps to the front of the room so that the shoulders are opening up, so you have a little bit of space in the shoulders. Grip them out with the fingertips. From here, just start to make really big circles with your right knee. So get into the full range of motion of that hip. So how big can you make the circles? Imagine you have like a marker on your knee and you want to draw huge circles on a piece of paper. Good. And then switch direction. And bring right knee to meet left, and then take it to the other side. And you don't have to really rush here. You can take your time, right? So you're trying to get into that full rotation of the hip. And then switch direction. Bring left knee to meet right, tabletop. Moving through a few cat-cows. Inhale, open up the heart, lift the tailbone, let the belly drop. Exhale, round through the back. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, open the heart, let the belly drop. Exhale, round through the back. Inhale back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And move it around a little bit. So just do whatever feels good. If you want to pedal out the feet, if you want to shift forward into plank a couple times and start to get into the shoulders, if you want to just like swing the hips back and forth, whatever feels good. So yogi's choice here. This is an opportunity for you to listen to your body. And then make your way back to down dog. See if you can find something new in the pose. Right? It's a pose we come into all the time. We fall into it super easy. Yeah, it becomes old news. So we start to become not so aware of it, right? We just come into it and we're like, down dog, easy. So what can you do here that makes the pose stronger? Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step your feet to meet your hands, forward fold. I heard like 17 ankles pop. Grab opposite elbows, let your body hang. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let go of any tension you may be holding on to in your neck. And you can bend the knees slightly here if you feel any tension in the low back or in the hamstrings. Let go of the arms. Let the arms hang on an inhale, roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, head coming up last. Coming to stand in Tadasana mountain pose, rolling the shoulders back and down, opening up the heart. On an inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat spine, crown of the head reaching toward the front of the room. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Keep your tailbone tucking and your shoulders relaxing down your back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat spine. Crown of the head reaching toward the front of the room. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Good. Lower your back knee to the mat. Inhale, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Good. So bend into your front knee a lot here. This is one of the only poses where it's okay that your knee comes all the way over your toes. It's fine if your knee is not in line with your ankle, but again, this is the only pose where that's okay. So bend forward enough till you can feel the stretch right in the front of your left hip flexor or your psoas. So this is a huge hip opener. Keep your tailbone tucked so that you're protecting your low back. Good. Stay with your breath. From here, bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, take your gaze up toward your fingertips, start to open up your heart, maybe take it into a little back bend. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step right foot back to meet left, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands. Lower back knee to the mat. Inhale, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Good. See if you can find a little more space, so bend into the front knee a little bit deeper until you feel a really deep stretch in the front of your right hip. Keep your tailbone tucking. Keep your breath really, really deep here. Good. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, take your gaze up. Maybe start to open up the heart. Maybe take it into a tiny little back bend. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toe, lift the back leg, step left foot back to meet right, downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands. Stay high on your back toes. Bring your left hand to the outside edge of the mat with the fingertips pointing to the left. From here, bring your right arm to the sky, coming into an easy twist. I want you to have a lot of space here. So there's a ton of space between your foot and your hand. This allows you to open up your heart a little bit more and maybe even take it into a tiny little back bend. Bring your right hand behind your head. Push your head into your hand and let your heart open. Squeeze your right knee in toward the midline. So you don't want that knee splaying out. Yeah, good. Bring your right arm back to the sky. Bring right hand to meet left. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. From here, inch the right foot to the outer edge of the mat. So this is a great place to use your block if you need it. It just depends how open your hips are and how much space you have. Start to make your way onto your forearms. So if you have pretty tight hips, you can use a block underneath your forearms. And you can take it on the medium, or this low setting, which Casey has it on right now, the medium setting or the high setting, just depending on how much space you need. Also, another option, you can lower your back knee to the mat. This is great if you want to take a more restorative version of the pose. This is a great option. Same stretch, it's just a little bit easier. Now squeeze your right knee into your shoulder. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Keep your breath just as deep here as it was in the beginning of class. Good. Start to make your way onto your hands. Step right foot back to meet left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Bring your right hand to the outside edge of the mat with the fingertips pointing toward the right. Take your left arm to the sky, easy twist. But it's a little bit of a different variation, right? Because the fingertips are pointing out, that gives you more space. Start to open up your heart to the sky. Take it into maybe a tiny little back bend. Bring your left hand behind your head, push your head into your hand. Let your heart open to the sky. Now squeeze your left knee in toward the midline, so don't let it splay out here. Good. Bring left hand back to the sky. Bring left hand to meet right. Both hands to the inside of the left foot. Inch the left foot to the outer edge of the mat with the toes pointing slightly outward. Make your way onto your forearms, coming to lizard pose. Again, option to use your block underneath your forearms if you need a little space. Squeeze your knee in toward your shoulder. Send your breath into your hip. And feel free at any point to exhale out the mouth. That's a really good way to release. Make your way onto your hands. Tuck your back toe. Lift your back leg. If it's not already lifted, step left foot back to meet right, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Spin your back heel to the mat, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, arms to the sky, Virabhadrasana or Warrior One. Virabhadrasana 1. If you have a hard time squaring your hips to the front of the room here, if you have tight hips, which maybe you do, that's why you're taking this class, give yourself a little more space. So take your feet hip distance apart as opposed to on a tight rope. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders up, back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, take the gaze to the sky, take a deep inhale here. Exhale, humble warrior, bring right shoulder to the inside of right knee. Reach the arms up and over the head. Keep pulling the right hip toward the back of the room. Make your left leg really, really straight and strong here. Yeah, good. Inhale, arms to the sky, Warrior One. Exhale, open up, Warrior Two, heel to arch alignment. So one of those feet is going to have to move. The front one is much easier. Bend into the front knee so that the knee is directly over the ankle, and then push that knee open toward the little toe. Scoop your right hip underneath you. So this should be a huge hip opener, just this pose. Bring right hand to the inside of right foot, left arm to the sky, side angle. Now use your arm to push your knee open, right? So your arm is there to help you, so use it. Scoop your right hip underneath you and then push your knee open a little more. Any variation you want here, maybe reach the left arm up and over the head or bring the left hand behind the back, coming into a half bind. Bend into the front knee a little bit deeper. Push the knee open another inch. Good. Bring your left arm to the sky. Bring left hand to meet right. Step right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands. Spin back, heel to the mat. Again, heel to heel alignment, or if you have tight hips, hip distance. Inhale, arms to the sky, Virabhadrasana 1. Pull that left hip back. See if you can get the shoulders and the hips squared to the front of the room. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on top. Roll your shoulders up and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take your gaze up to the sky. Let your heart open. Exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder to inner left knee. Reach your arms up and over your head. With each exhale, sink your forehead a little bit deeper to the mat. Yeah, really nice with the breath. Let the toes relax. Good. Inhale, Warrior 1, arms to the sky. Exhale, open up, Warrior 2, heel to arch alignment. And you can look down at your feet, right? Look down and see where your feet are placed. And you may have to move them, and that's fine. It's okay to use your eyes, right? You spend all day on Facebook looking, what's going on with my life? But then when you get into a yoga studio, you don't want to look at your feet. Just look, it helps. Begin to lengthen forward. Bring left hand to the inside of left foot, right arm to the sky, side angle. Use the arm to push that knee open. Bend into the front knee a little bit deeper. Scoop your left hip underneath you. And again, if there's a variation that you like here, do it. Maybe you want to reach the right arm up and over the head. Maybe you want to bring the right hand behind the back and come into a half bind. Bring right hand to the sky. And right hand to meet left. Spin onto your back toe. Step left foot back to meet right, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, jump your feet around your hands. Coming to Malasana Yogi Squat. Again, this is a great place to use a block if you have one. You can take a block and place it right underneath your butt. So just sitting on it. Let your hips sink toward the mat and open up your heart a ton. So pull your shoulders back. Use your elbows to push your knees open. Maybe even close your eyes and come to your breath here. Let your hips sink a little bit deeper. I always say falling is a success because you tried hard enough to fall. If you never fall, then you're not trying hard enough. See if you can bring just as much weight here into the outside edge of the feet as the inside. It's really easy to bring the weight forward, so can you take it back? Just holding for another 3. And 2. And 1, exhale, forward fold. Shift your hips back and forth. Heel toe your feet hip distance apart. On an inhale, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, head coming up last. Coming to stand in Tadasana Mountain Pose, roll the shoulders back and down, open up the heart, close the eyes. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Let your sternum press into your thumbs and your thumbs back into your sternum, so feeling that connection between the heart and the hands. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go out your mouth. Bowing the chin to the chest. May the light within me honor the light within you, and may the light within you honor the light within everyone who surrounds you. Namaste.